Yep.
I was already thinking it, considering it before you came in here. I was like,
At this time, the Rochester High School Marching Band will play the Zebra Fight Song. The officials for tonight's game are as follows: David Brenza, Todd Elias, Mark Elias, Raleigh Phil, and Damian Perkins. Also, concession stand is open on the visitor side. The main concession stand is at the west end of the field. Also, restroom facilities are in Rochester High School. Exit the west end, walk through the double doors, and the restrooms will be on your right-hand side. Game time temperature is high 60s, going into the mid-60s by the end of the game. We've got a northwest wind of about 10 miles per hour. Also, the Rochester High School Band will be back at halftime, and we will continue our senior announcements, starting with the girls' golf, the girls' cross-country, class of 2017, the boys' cross-country class of 2017, the boys' soccer class of 2017, and also the Rochester girls' soccer class. Finished by the boys' tennis class of 2017, and that will all be done at halftime. Rochester won the toss, deferred their action. Manchester will be receiving. Rochester.
Back at Rochester High School, well, Rochester won the toss. They have elected to defer, and will get the ball first in the second half, which means they will be kicking to the Manchester Squires here at Rochester High School. Bradley, quickly, the defensive starters.
One defensive lineman, Charles Lamb. The other one, Anthony Tinsman, as well as Austin Foster and Zane Gilbreth. At one end will be Tyler Walker, and the other one, Trent Bauer. In the backfield, Ross Pearson, Corbin Wood, Isaiah Jackson, and Jerry Plummer.
So the Manchester Squires will get the football first. Either going to our left or to the west. Back deep will be Rooney, Shepard, and Gable, I believe, for the Manchester Squires, and Zane Duff, who had a booming kick last week at Tippecanoe Valley. Boy, he got
he did.
all of it and put it in for a touchback. Will be kicking as much with the wind as we're going to get tonight. Here we go. Duff ready. Puts a charge into it. End over end kick. Going to drive the return man back into the end zone, and the ball crosses the goal line for a touchback. So Manchester will start their first drive of the game at their own 20-yard line, going to our left.
That kick almost checked up at the one. It
Yeah.
took a straight-up bounce and landed just a couple of, well, basically the length of the football in the goal line.
Rochester in their home blacks, black pants, black jerseys, gold numbers, black helmets with a gold R on the right side. The Manchester Squires, black pants, white jerseys, black numbers, and black helmets. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. 4 receivers from the Manchester Squires, 2 to the near, 2 to the far. Ball in the middle of the field. Sturzman, behind him, Shepard. Out of the pistol formation. Sturzman takes the snap on the option, gives to Shepard, kicks it out to the Manchester sideline. He's got a first down. He's off to the races at the 40, at the 45 in midfield, cuts it back inside, and I think he ran out of bounds at the 45. I mean, he just up and I can't hear the whistle very well tonight, so he just up and stopped right on the dime at Rochester's 45, but he did get it out to his own 45-yard line. He'll pick up 25 yards and a Manchester Squire first down. 1st and 10 for the Squires. Yarn and Rooney wide to the near side for Manchester. Ball in the middle of the field. Sturzman in the pistol formation with Shepard behind him. From his own 45-yard line, here's the snap. On the option, Shepard again right up the middle. Shepard off to the races again. Shepard on the 35 of Rochester. At the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown. Squires on the second play of the game. 55 yards, and Manchester strikes first.
Well, I think Shepard probably would have scored from 80 yards had he not stepped out of bounds at the 45 on the previous play. But Coach Miller comes right back, hands it to him, this time straight up the middle of the field, and he takes it the distance.
11:41 to play in the first quarter. It's 6-0, and I can't think Coach Miller told me in the pregame, yeah, they will go for two. They will go the two-point conversion, I think, all night. So we'll send three receivers, two to the right, one to the left. Out of the pistol formation is Sturzman. The two-point conversion. Shepard gets a carry, is wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage, and that's going to do it. Two-point conversion is no good, but Manchester up 6-0. You're listening to Zebra Football, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
The Squire, Shepard on the touchdown, and the two-point conversion failed.
Two plays later, the Manchester Squires are up 6-0 after a failed two-point conversion. 11:41 to play in the first quarter.
Yeah, you said it. Two plays, 80 yards, all Josh Shepard.
So back deep to receive the kickoff will be Corbin Wood and also Ross Pearson. They stand at about their 10-yard line. And Leonard Verlitz will kick for the Manchester Squires. Boy, it'd be nice for Rochester to put something together here. Maybe not in two plays, but definitely get something going offensively here. That, you know, Bryce Abbott, we haven't talked a whole lot about him in the pregame show tonight or last week for that matter, but up until last week, he was taking the ball and he was at full speed as soon as he got the handoff. He's been carrying the ball hard.
Yeah, it'd be good to see the Zebras offense. You know, it's had moments all season long where it looks, you know, really, really effective, but there's always those little things like the penalties or the missed plays that cost them points.
Short end-over-end kick, and speaking of Abbott, he takes it at about the 25-yard line. Bryce Abbott kicks it to the left side, gets across the 35-yard line, and pushes the pile ahead about the 36. And so Rochester will start at their own 36-yard line for the first series of the game.
A lot of ball games tonight that are going to determine who everybody plays next week.
You know, we mentioned in the pregame, we're not sure exactly where we're going next week. We got an idea of about 3 schools we could be going to.
Yeah, but, you know, North Miami and Peru are playing for the South.
That should be a good game.
The South Division leader, and Northfield Whitco playing for the North.
Wood to the near side. Plummer and Wilson Dalton wide to the left side, out of the pistol. On the option, Bryce make that Brady Perez keeps it and loses yards. He's pushed back a yard. It'll be second down and 11 as Manchester's 3-3 stack push the offensive line backwards. So it'll be second down and 11 for the Rochester Zebras back at their own 35-yard line. Ball on the far hash, which is the Rochester sideline. Dalton and Wood wide to the near side. Brady Perez in the pistol formation with Bryce Abbott right behind him. On second and 11, here's the snap on the option. Keeper to Perez, flips it out to Wood. Wood at the 40, the 45, splits a tackle at the 50, now at the Manchester's 40 and right out of bounds at around Manchester's 34, 33-yard line. That'll be a first down for the Rochester Zebras, and that was basically a push right down the line of scrimmage from Brady Perez, that, you know, the push that goes end over end. Kind of like a kick, and that's exactly what it was, down the line of scrimmage, and Corbin Wood did the rest himself as he takes it out to the Manchester 33-yard line. So that was a run-pass option by Perez. Plummer and Pearson wide to the left side, wide to the near side, short side of the field is Dalton and Wood. Out of the pistol formation. On the option, Brady Perez keeps it around the left side. Brady Perez then comes to a sliding stop at about the 26. Now they're going to give him the 25. So there's going to be a pickup of about 8 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 2 for the Rochester Zebras. Ball on the far hash. Wood and Dalton wide to the near side, the wide side of the field. Plummer and Pearson split left. Bryce Abbott behind Brady Perez is in the pistol formation. In motion comes Pearson. Pass to the far side is through the hands of Plummer and out of bounds. It'll be 3rd down and 2 for the Rochester Zebras.
Well, the not good thing about the run by Perez on 1st down is it gives them that opportunity. If the pass is dropped like it was there, now it's a short 3rd down instead of a long 3rd down.
That's right. 3rd and 2 for Rochester. 10:18 to play. First quarter. Left tailback is Pearson. The right one is Abbott. On 3rd and 2 on the option. Brady Perez flips it out now to Dalton. Wilson Dalton was the left tailback, and he takes it across the 25 to the 23. That's a nice spot.
Going to be close.
That should be enough for a 1st down. If he gets to the 23 without a measurement, they'll signal 1st down. 1st and 10 for the Zebras, now at the Manchester 23-yard line. Nice read by Brady Perez, who pulled it out of the belly of Abbott and bring it to the right side and flips it out to Wilson Dalton. 1st and 10 for the Z's. 4 receivers, 2 to the left, 2 to the near. Ball in the near hash going to our right on 1st and 10. Perez tried to draw Manchester off sides. Now looks at the Rochester sideline, has the play, relays it to the front line. Out of the pistol, takes a snap, back to pass, looks right, throws right. He's got a receiver down the field. It is Wood, and it is out of bounds. Actually, Parker Yard picked it off, but 2 yards out of bounds, so it'll be 2nd down and 10 for Rochester.
Yeah, it was a good thing that ball was out of bounds because I really don't think Wood had much of an opportunity to get his hands on it.
That was almost thrown into double, maybe even triple coverage that
Right.
time. North Miami up 6-0, 9 minutes to play in the first quarter. Playing the Peru Tigers, 2nd and 10 for Rochester. On the option, Bryce Abbott has the carry, takes it straight up the middle. He gets to the 20. Pickup of 3. It'll be 3rd down and 7 for the Rochester Zebras. Well within Duff's kicking range here. From this point, it'll be about a 37-yarder. Ball in the near hash, the Rochester sideline. 3rd and 7 for Rochester. Out of the pistol. Ross Pearson jumped. No call. Yowza. Did you see that?
Yeah.
3rd and 7 from the Manchester 20-yard line. Brady Perez has it back to pass. Looks right. Quick hitter down the flat. It is incomplete. Intended for Wilson Dalton. It'll bring up 4th down and 7. Rochester will go for it. Well, seems the offense will stay on the field, let's say. 4th and 7 for the Zebras in the Manchester 20-yard line. 8:55 to play in the first quarter. Manchester up 6-0.
The first 3 plays were all to the right side of the field. Let's see if they go the other way. That's where the receivers are loaded.
Rochester will use a timeout. It's a 60. You're listening to Zebra Football, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
Brendan Sudness on that left tackle.
Fourth and 7 here at Rochester High School after the Rochester timeout. They'll send 3 receivers to the wide side of the field, which is the left side. Dalton split right out of the pistol on 4th and 7. Back to pass. Looks right. Here comes some pressure. Brady Perez steps up, throws back towards the middle of the field. It is incomplete. It'll be Manchester football, 1st and 10 at their own 20. I believe that was Ross Pearson, the intended receiver.
At the goal line.
Indeed, at the goal line. Broke up by Gable from the Manchester Squires. So Manchester will take over on downs at their own 20 on the near hash. Last time they had it, they scored from what was it, 80 yards?
Yep, two
On
plays.
two plays.
In 80 yards, yeah.
6-0 right now. Manchester leads, 8:50 to play in the first quarter. Yard and Rooney come to the near side. Gable
I'm guessing we're going to see some more Josh Shepard.
and Trick, why not? Goes wide to the right. Sturtzman in the pistol formation. Shepard to his left. That's not Shepard. Fullback takes it to the left side, and that was Moore. Delton Moore with the carry for the Manchester Squires. He picks up about 4 yards. It'll be 2nd and 6 for the Squires at their own 24-yard line. Manchester quickly on the football. 2 receivers on the near side, 2 to the far. Sturtzman in the pistol formation. Now Rooney goes in motion to the far side. Here's a snap on the option. Quick hitter down the sideline. It is complete to Rooney, and Rooney is grabbed onto by Pearson, and he is dropped for a loss. And I believe Pearson dropped him all the way back to about the 22-yard line. So that'll bring up 3rd down and about 8 for the Squires with 8 minutes to play in the first quarter, leading 6-0. Nice job by Ross Pearson out there at open field tackle.
Yeah, it was. He got some help from Tyler Walker. And
3rd and 8 for the Squires at their own 22-yard line. Ball now on the far hash. They'll send 4 receivers out, 2 to the near side, which is the wide side of the field, 2 to the far. Out of the shotgun now is Sturtzman. Rooney in motion to the near side. Make that Gable. Back to pass is Sturtzman. He's got a receiver with 2 steps in front of the defense and couldn't hit him, overthrew him. That was Remington Trick, the open receiver, and Sturtzman just a bit too far, so that'll bring up 4th down and 8 for the Manchester Squires.
Sturtzman on a three-step drop and just chucked that about 40 yards downfield. But
Yeah, it didn't look like there was much effort there, did it?
It was about 10 yards past the nearest receiver, though. Yeah.
4th and 8, and Manchester will punt the football away. Yard the kicker. Wood stands at his 45. Fake punt, and it is complete to Gable. Gable at the 40, at the 45, now in midfield, spins around into Rochester territory, and he gets to the 48, and then loses the football. Rochester says Rochester has it. What's the official call? Manchester is going to keep possession and get it out to the Rochester 48-yard line on the fake punt. And now 1st and 10 for the Squires. How about that pass? Hit Gable in stride on a little post right in the middle of the field and took it out to the Rochester 48.
I guess that's something you got to remember when the quarterback is the up man on that punt formation. The quick snap to him, and he hits him on a quick slant pattern.
1st and 10 for the Squires at the Rochester 48-yard line. Sturtzman back to business. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a snap. Gives to the fullback, and that's Schaefer. Make that Shepard. Shepard dragging some zebra tacklers to the 41-yard line, so he's going to pick up 7. It'll bring up 2nd down and 3 for the Squires. Give him 6. It'll be 2nd and 4. Ball at the 42-yard line. Yard wide to the right side. Sturtzman will send 3 receivers to the near side. Shepard behind him. Sturtzman in the pistol formation. On 2nd and a short 4. Here's the snap on the option. Shepard again right up the middle. He's met it right at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards.
Well, this time Rochester
Austin
is
Foster.
ready for Shepard to get the football. Yeah.
Zane Gilbreth also there. Tyler Walker. 3rd down and 3 now after a yard pickup, and the ball now at the 41-yard line. 6:15 to play, first quarter. Manchester leading 6-0. And the Squires kept this drive alive after a fake punt just moments ago. 3rd and 3 with 4 receivers, 3 to the near, 1 to the far. Out of the shotgun formation is Sturtzman. He takes a snap, back to pass, looks left, throws left. Got a receiver, it's complete to Gable. Gable at the 20, the 10, the 5, touchdown Squires. Kane Gable, a 41-yard touchdown reception from Sturtzman, and the Squires are now up 12-0.
Gable was also the one that caught the pass on the fake punt. He gets rewarded with the 41-yard. Well, it was only about a 15-yard pass, and then the run afterwards makes it a 41-yard touchdown.
5:53 to play in the first quarter, and the 2-point conversion to come yet for the Squires. Sturtzman back to pass, looks right. He's got a wide open receiver in the back of the end zone and throws it too high. It's Gable again. He was wide open and overthrew him. It's no good. Manchester leads 12-0. You're listening to Zebra Football, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV 4. Back at Rochester High School, it didn't take them long thanks to a fourth down play, Brad, but Manchester back on the board. It's 12-0.
Yep, 7 plays, 80 yards, and the fake punt that went for 30 yards after the first 3 plays where Rochester did pretty good defensively, but gave up the big play on the fake punt and then gave up the big play on the 41-yard pass play from Sturtzman to Gable.
About this score, Culver 7-0 over Pioneer, 39-yard touchdown run by Troy Bowles.
Culver leads Pioneer early 7-0. We quit.
Yeah. Rain now, please.
Lightning, please. Short kick. Jackson muffs it, picks it up, carries it around the left side, cuts it back up towards in the middle, and he makes something out of nothing. But then Manchester picks up the fumble. Guess who it is? It's Gable. A scoop and score for the Squires.
Oh, my gosh.
Jackson loses the football for the second time on that return, and Gable with a scoop and score from about 35 yards, and now Manchester is up 18-0.
Well, that's what we're going to call it, a 35-yard fumble return for a touchdown by Gable, coming just after the 2 big plays on the last play for Gable.
With 5:39 to play in the first quarter, it's now 18-0 with the 2-point conversion coming for the Squires. Sturtzman in the pistol. Shepard offset to his left. 2-point conversion with 6 on the play clock. Here's a snap. Shepard takes the carry, takes it over the right side of the line. The offense pushing him in, and he does get in. The 2-point conversion is good. It's 20-0. You're listening to Zebra Football, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4. Manchester back on the board after a scoop and score from 35 yards out. Now, Brad, it's 20-0.
Yeah, once again, it's Gable for the Manchester Squires. This time, Johnny on the spot as he picks up the fumble and returns it 35 yards for the touchdown.
It was a short kickoff. Isaiah Jackson muffed the kick, muffed the return, dropped it, picked it up, now trying to make something out of nothing. And on the second effort, trying to get yardage after the initial hit, he dropped the football.
As it usually happens, as they try to reach for that extra yard while everybody's pounding on them, that ball come free.
Verlitz to kick for the Manchester Squires. Again, Manchester up 20-0 with 5.5 to play in the first quarter. Another short kick. This one's going to bounce. Picked up by Corbin Wood at the 26. Wood shakes the tackler, gets it across the 30 and down to around the 34. So that's where Rochester's series will start this time around at their own 34, down 20-0.
Rochester had the one big play, their last possession by Wood, the 33-yard, I don't know what you call that, pitch, shovel pass, whatever, to the outside. But that's really been the only thing they've been able to muster so far in this game.
Ball in the near hash. Wood goes in motion to the right side on the jet sweep on the quarterback keeper. There's a flag in the play. Brady Perez straight up the middle of the field. Gets it out to the 40. He picks up 6, but there's going to be, was that a clip? Block below the knees on the Zebras?
Could be a block below the waist, yeah.
So we're going to negate that 6-yard run by Brady Perez. That will be a chop block. And that'll back the Rochester Zebras up with 5:29 to play in the first quarter. Again, Manchester leading 20-0. Wow, how big is that fourth down play? That fake punt.
That fake punt, it's huge. Yeah.
I mean, that's a 14.
It's a 14
point huge.
Say that play turned into 14 points because we fumble on the kick return after the score. So
the ball is going to be the penalty marked off, and it'll take Rochester back inside their 20 to the 19-yard line. Ball in the far near hash. It'll be first down now for the Rochester Zebras with 5:20 to play in the first quarter, trailing 20-0. First and 20.
Yeah.
At the 19 for the Zebras. Wood goes in motion to the right side. On the option play again, Corbin Wood takes it. He's got some blockers in front of him. Cuts it back inside, now pops it out. He takes it across the 30 and up to around the 32, 33-yard line. So it'll be second down and about 13 for the Rochester Zebras. I believe Wood got about 7 on that carry. 4:45 to play in the first quarter. 20-0 Manchester. Second and 13 now for the Zebras. I'll say second and 12 for the Zebras. Wood and Dalton to the near side. Pearson and Plummer split left. Ball on the far side of the field, which is the Manchester sideline. Pearson comes in motion to the near side. On the option, on the screen now. Brady Perez gets it to Abbott. Bryce Abbott gets it across the 35, across the 40. Now we're at the 41. And on the screen pass, Brady Perez was laid out. No flag. I don't know who hit him, but laid him completely on his back, and no flag in the play.
I know the crowd was sure hollering for something.
Third down now for the Rochester Zebras on this after the screen play from Bryce Abbott. Third and about 5 after a 7-yard pickup. And Rochester just shy of their 40-yard line. Brady Perez in the pistol formation with Abbott to his right. Pearson comes in motion to the near side. On the option, Brady Perez keeps it. Thinks about flipping it, now takes it down the near sideline, stiff arm at the 50, and loses the football, but fortunately out of bounds, and it goes out at Manchester's 48-yard line. That'll be first down for the Rochester Zebras.
Nice job by Perez.
Good read.
Doing it, making a good read and getting it towards the sidelines because he fumbled that just as he was going down, so the ball went out of bounds. But good job picking up the first down, too. I mean, that was, we were what, first and 20, first and 23, something like that when that series started.
First and 10 for the Z's at the Manchester 48-yard line. 4 receivers for Brady Perez. Pearson in motion to the near side. On the option, gives it to Abbott. Bryce Abbott spun at the 48, maybe leans forward to the 47, give him a yard. It'll be second and 9 with 3:25 to play in the first quarter. Again, Manchester leading 20-0. North Miami now up 13-0 with 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. Good for them. Second and 9 for the Z's at the Manchester 47. Out of the pistol. Perez back to pass. Looks left. Quick hitter over the middle is complete to Pearson. Pearson's got a first down. Ross Pearson takes the ball to the Manchester 36-yard line. Give him a first down. 3 minutes to play, first quarter. Rochester putting together a nice drive here. They'll send 3 receivers to the far side of the field. Wilson Dalton, the wide out to the near side. Out of the pistols, Brady Perez. Back to pass again. Looks right, now looks back left, now flushed out of the pocket. He works to the left side, steps up, throws down the field. He's got a receiver, but overshoots Wood. It'll be incomplete, out of bounds. It'll be second down and 10.
Well, they had Wood wide open, but just overthrew him. Did a good job of Perez did of rolling away from the pressure, getting out of that pocket.
Yeah, which he had to, or he's going to be buried. Second and 10 for the Rochester Zebras at the Manchester 36-yard line. 2:43 to play in the first quarter. Brady Perez with 4 receivers, 2 to the right, 2 to the left. He's in the pistol formation. Now Pearson comes in motion to the near side. On the option, Abbott takes the carry off the left side and buried at the 35. He gets a yard. It'll be third and 9.
Bryce Abbott's that's only his second carry of the ball game.
Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. Time ticking away here in the first quarter. Manchester owning a 20-0 lead. 2:20 to play in the first period. The lineman and Perez huddle. The receivers just automatically go to the line of scrimmage. 3 receivers on the near side, 1 to the far. Out of the pistol on 3rd and 9. Perez back to pass. Looks right. Runs away from the line of scrimmage. Now throws it down the field. He's got a man. It's Wood. It is knocked out of his hands, out of bounds. It'll be 4th and 9.
He had Wilson Dalton wide open at the 10-yard line coming across the center of the field, and he chose to throw it to Wood on the sidelines, who was double covered.
West Central leads Frontier 14-6 after the first quarter.
Might be less fans at that game.
No way, Val. 4th and 9 for the Rochester Zebras at the Manchester 35-yard line. Perez brings the play in from the sideline. 1:58 to play in the first quarter. Again, Manchester up 20-0. 15 on the play clock. They'll send trips to the right side, and the lone receiver to the left is Plummer. Pistol formation for Perez. Got plenty of time on the play clock. 8-7. Now Coach Grant looks at the sideline and will use another timeout. 1:58 to play in the first quarter. Rochester timeout. You're listening to Zebra Football, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
Winamac 14-0 over Cass
Minute.
at the end of the first quarter.
Who is?
Back at Rochester High School, it's senior night here for the Rochester Zebras. And after the second time out of the half, they'll be looking at 4th down and 9 from the Manchester 35-yard line, trailing 20-0 with 1:58 to play in the first quarter. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. They've had some pass plays on this drive, Brad, that's had some wide open receivers, but just kind of missed.
Yeah, missed a few
What
wide
in
open
the
receivers.
world are we doing here?
Missed a few wide open receivers and missed some opportunities.
There
for
are
open.
7 wideouts. Honest. Wood takes the throw from Brady Perez. He's got some blockers, and he goes down after the Zebras. Here's what it was. There were 3 people in the middle of the field, the center, the quarterback, and the running back. Everybody else wide, split out to both sides of the field.
Yeah.
And then they run a little lateral or wide receiver screen.
It was a screen, and they were trying to get blockers in front of him, but the kids just didn't. I don't think they quite understood the concept behind that play like that, and it Wood ended up having to cut back towards the center of the field. And a great play by Dalton Moore from Manchester to cut him down. And they lost 5 yards on the play, and Manchester takes over.
1st and 10 for the Squires at their own 40-yard line. Sturtzman on the option. The running back around the right side of the Manchester sideline. He runs away from a few tacklers and picks up positive yards. And that time the carry was to Dalton Moore. And Moore takes it for 6 yards and make it 2nd down and 4 for the Squires at their own 46-yard line. 20-0 Manchester. 90 seconds to play in the first quarter. Moore will stay in. He'll be the fullback back there with Sturtzman. And he'll send 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the near. Ball in the far hatch, which is the Manchester sideline. Now in the shotgun formation is Sturtzman with Moore to his left. In motion comes Rooney. On the fake, Sturtzman right up the middle. He's got a 1st down, and Sturtzman into Rochester territory, down to around the 36-yard line. That was almost like parting of the Red Sea. There was a huge hole right in the middle of the field, and Sturtzman took advantage of it and took it up to the 36 of Rochester.
Sturtzman gains 18 on the play.
1st and 10 for the Squires. A minute to play in the first quarter. I believe Moore's still the fullback, now to the right of Sturtzman. It's in the shotgun formation. He's got 4 receivers. Moore gets the handoff going left, and Moore is spun down to the Rochester 30-yard line. I believe Zane Gilbert was the man that brought him down. Give him the 31, Bradley. Won't be quite to the 30, but it'll be 2nd down and about 4 after a 6-yard gain by Moore. And this Moore-Shepard combination for Manchester is working well.
Well, and they're running a lot behind the big number 63, the 6'2", 305-pound guard.
2nd and 4. Back to pass as Sturtzman flips it out to the far side of Rooney, and he is hit immediately and dropped. Brady Perez drops Rooney for a loss, and that's going to be 3rd down now at about 6 for the Manchester Squires as he loses 2 or 3 yards. And that'll do it for the first quarter. After one, Manchester leads 20-0. You're listening to Zebra Football, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
Lafayette Jeff 27-0.
Back at Rochester High School, we're going to the second quarter with the Manchester Squires leading 20-0. And they're going to have it third down and about 6 from the Rochester 32.
We got a couple interesting early scores coming in. The first one, Culver leading Pioneer 15-6 in the first quarter. Northfield leads Whitco 13-0. And North Miami over Peru 13-0.
Sturtzman back to pass. Little screen to Moore. Moore picking his way through traffic. Stiff arm at the 35. At the 30, he's pushed ahead to the 25 and gets another Manchester first down. Individual effort there by Moore, who caught the ball 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage, danced his way out to the Rochester 25. 1st and 10 for Manchester.
Yeah, great job by Moore. He's not very big, but boy, he did a great job of keeping away from the Rochester tacklers.
1st and 10 for the Squires at the Rochester 25. Ball in the near hash, which is the Rochester sideline. Just underway in the second quarter. Manchester up 20-0 and knocking on the door again. They'll send 3 receivers to the near side. Short side of the field, 1 to the far. Sturtzman in the shotgun formation with Moore to his right. From the near hash, Rochester, or make that Manchester, takes a snap. Moore takes the carry off the left side. Moore trying to fight for yards, gets the 25 and spun down to the 24. He's hit immediately in the backfield.
By Perez. Or Pearson, I mean.
Also,
Ross
I believe
Pearson.
Anthony Tinsman was there as well.
Yep.
1 yard gain for Moore, so he comes out. And Shepard comes in for Manchester. The ball on the 24 of the Rochester Zebras. A minute gone here in the second quarter. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. Ball now in the far hash. And they'll bunch 3 receivers right on the line of scrimmage off of the tackle's right cheek to make it 2nd and 9 here. Here's a snap on the option. Shepard slips a tackler, cuts it back inside, and is spun down at about the 21-yard line. So he's going to pick up about 3 yards, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 6 for the Manchester Squires. Could have been tackled for a loss there and slipped a tackle.
Could've. Boy, those last 3 carries by Shepard really hurt his average. He had both carries for a total of 80 yards in the first 2 times he touched the football. And he's only gotten 10 yards the last 3 times he's had the ball.
3rd and 6 for the Squires of the Rochester 21 on the option. Here's the throw option right over the middle. It's caught. Touchdown by Rooney, but hold everything. There's a flag in the play.
I have a feeling maybe somebody on Manchester wasn't set.
Another chop block against the Manchester Squires.
Wow.
So that negates a 21-yard touchdown pass from Sturtzman to Rooney, and that's going to back him up. It'll be 3rd and long now for the Manchester Squires.
I'm surprised anybody had time to throw a chop block.
Yeah.
That pass was he didn't even back up. He just rose up from center and threw it.
We don't have to get away from very many people when you're 6'3". Can
Right, yeah.
by far the tallest player on the field. So that goes from 3rd and 6, and after the penalty, they're going to mark it off back to the Rochester 32-yard line. 30.
31. You don't know.
32, so what's that make it? 3rd and 17 now?
Yep.
10-11 to play in the first half. 3rd and 17 now for the Manchester Squires. If they run that same play.
I was say he was untouched the last time.
And he
from
was wide
21.
open.
Yeah.
3 receivers for Manchester, all to the left side. Back to pass of Sturtzman.
There he
no
is
pressure.
down the center of the field.
He's got some time. It is incomplete through the hands of Brady Perez. Rooney was the intended receiver, and that's going to bring up 4th down and
Sturtzman
17.
picked the wrong receiver. He had one wide open across the middle of the field, and he didn't see him.
Well, that's what Rooney scored on last play.
Yeah.
So it'll be 4th down now and 17 at the Rochester 32-yard line, and Manchester will go for it. up 20-0 with 10 minutes to play in the first half. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. Some scores coming in from all over the place. Ball virtually in the middle of the field. 4th and 17. Back to snap. And on a quarterback draw, Sturzman loses the football, I believe, and Rochester picks it up. Sturzman fumbles the football, and Rochester picks it off in midair. And I believe that was Zane Gilbreth with a fumble recovery.
So Rochester will take over. They're going to get the ball back on downs, I think, anyway. Sturzman was going to come up way short of the first down.
Yeah, that was a pretty conservative, safe call.
Yeah, I agree.
So Rochester will take over on downs at their own 28-yard line. Ball in the middle of the field. Dalton wide to the right side. Wood also out there to the left. To the right, that is. Pearson and Plummer to the near side. Perez in the pistol formation with Bryce Abbott right behind him. Wood comes in motion to the near side on the jet sweep. Wood gets the carry and fumbles the football. He ran into Sutton, fumbled the football. Rochester fell on it. Zane Gilbreth again, a second fumble recovery on 2 consecutive plays for the Rochester Zebras.
Well, no loss on the play.
It just didn't look very pretty.
No.
2nd and 10 for the Zebras.
Wood had the blockers out in front, but he tried to cut in behind them, and in doing so, he ran into one of them and dropped the football.
Well, that's the one you don't want to run into, Sutton.
You're right.
Big boy. 2nd and 10 at the Rochester 28. Pearson goes in motion to the right. Here comes some pressure. Brady Perez slips one tackler, throws it out in the flat. It's incomplete. Corbin Wood was the intended receiver. It'll be 3rd and 10 with 9:16 to play in the first half. Manchester leading 20-0. On the road next week, for sure. Not sure where we're going, but we're for sure on the road. And then back here for week number 1 of the sectional, as we will host the Oak Hill Golden Eagles. Cool. It went from the 28 to the 29. I like it. 3rd down and 10 for the Rochester Zebras. Trips to the right side, Plummer to the near. Back to pass is Pierce. Make that Perez, and he is sacked by Manchester. Perez tried to keep his footing and then ran into one of his players, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of about 7.
Yep.
And it'll be 4th down now for Rochester, and the punting unit comes on. Gable, why not? Gable back to receive the punt from Zane Duff. 8:48 to play in the first half.
This is about the spot on the field where Northfield got a blocked punt for a touchdown.
Yep, you're right. And Manchester looks like they're going to bring him.
It looks like they're lining up for a stunt.
Here comes his pressure, and Duff gets it away. Low line drive kick. Takes a Rochester hop out of bounds, and it'll go out around the Manchester 47-yard line. So that's where Manchester will start their next series at their own 47, leading 20-0 here at Rochester High School with 8.5 minutes to play in the first half. Well, Bradley.
Yes.
I was supposed to leave for Myrtle Beach tonight.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, that was canceled.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I was say your boat didn't leave dock, or?
I'd have needed one by the time I got there, I
right.
think.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're stuck at home.
I'm stuck at home. Yep.
Vacation at home. There you go.
Staycation, right?
Staycation.
Yeah.
That's what they say. Yeah. But luckily for you.
Oh, luckily for me. Okay.
Luckily for you, that they canceled your trip. You didn't.
Yes, that helped.
So yeah.
1st and 10 for the Squires to their own 47. Now going to our right. Ball in the near hash. Rochester sideline, short side of the field. Sturzman out of the pistol, throwing, lobs it down the near side. He's got a receiver. It is incomplete. Nice job by Plummer back there, the safety. Broke that up. He did have a receiver.
Yeah.
In stride was Trick. And I think
I'm not sure Trick quite knew the ball was in the air yet. But he didn't turn to look for it until just at the last second, in which at the time at that time it was being tipped away. So
Plummer doesn't touch that. And he sees it coming. He's gone.
You're right.
That was a pretty good touch pass there by Sturzman. 2nd down and 10 now for the Squires at their own 47.
Everybody looking at their wrist.
Out of the shotgun is Sturzman. Shepard to his right. On the jet sweep fake, Sturzman keeps it right up the middle into Rochester territory. Hit, and he falls forward to around the Rochester 45. And now it'll be 3rd down and manageable for the Manchester Squires. 3rd and about 2. He gets 8 yards on the quarterback keeper on the option. as he faked to Rooney on the jet sweep, just kept it and went right up the middle again. 3rd and 2 for the Squires of the Rochester 45. He'll send 3 receivers to the left side of the field, the wide side of the field, 1 to the near. Out of the pistol, Shepard takes a carry right up the middle, make that Moore, and Moore gets 1 yard. It'll be 4th and, nope, they're going to say his knees came down at the, now wait a minute.
So
Is it going to be,
not going to give him?
yep, nothing. It'll be
Okay.
2nd and 2 after Austin Foster dropped him right there at the 45, and Manchester will quickly be on the ball. I don't know if they're going to go for it, but they're acting like they're going to go for it here on 4th and 2 at the Rochester 45. Everybody in tight. Quarterback sneak from 2 yards. Here's a snap,
Yeah, it
and
was.
I believe Manchester will use a timeout. They will. We'll take a 60. You're listening to Zebra Football, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4. Back at Rochester High School, well, Manchester just uses a timeout to talk about 4th and 2 at the Rochester 45.
Quick scores: Culver leading Pioneer 14-6. Tippecanoe Valley leads Wabash 7-0, and Madison Grant leads Oak Hill 7-0.
Now you ask yourself, why does that matter?
Yeah.
Because we play Oak Hill in the first round of the sectional here. 4th and 2 for Manchester. They break the huddle. And they'll send 2 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far. Short side of the field is the near side. Out of the shotgun formation is Sturtzman. I believe more to his left. Oh, just about got Rochester to jump. Now ready with 15 on the play clock. Here's a snap, back to pass to Sturtzman. Now he'll run to the left. Sturtzman spins away from a tackler, but Brendan Sutton finishes him off at the 46. He's going to lose a yard. It'll be first down for Rochester.
Great job by Sutton.
I believe Pearson stood him up at the 46, and Sutton come in and lowered the boom, and he's going to lose a yard, and it'll bring up first down for Rochester after Manchester turns it over on downs.
Just when Sturtzman thought he might be able to spin away from that initial hit, Stutzman comes in and puts a stop to it.
1st and 10 for the Zebras now with their own 45. Plummer and Pearson to the near side. You got Dalton and Abbott in the backfield with Perez out of the pistol. Dalton right up the middle. And Wilson Dalton maybe a yard and push straight back, and actually maybe 2 yards. Nice spot on the near side. Give him 2. It'll be 3rd down, make it that 2nd down and 8 for the Zebras with 7:10 to play in the first half. It'll be a very quick week that was this week.
Not much that was this week, huh?
I've got a volleyball score from earlier in the week, and that's it.
Wow. Well,
And
it's
the fall season winding down.
I was just
Yeah.
going to say, it's getting late in the season.
2nd and 8 for the Z's. Out of the pistol again is Perez. Takes a snap on the option. Gives to Abbott. Going left. Bryce Abbott at the 50. Bryce Abbott spun around and brought down to the 45. Boy, he was about a short sleeve away from going there as Manchester grabbed his sleeve and held on for dear life. He takes it out to the Manchester 45-yard line, and he gets a first down.
Well, I thought he was going to break a big gainer there, but like you said, he got spun around backwards, and once he got spun around backwards, the rest of the pursuit was able to catch.
Rochester quickly on the ball. 1st and 10 at the Manchester 45. 6:25 to play in the first half. Manchester leading 20-0. Back to pass is Perez on the fake handoff. He keeps it. He runs right up the middle, bounces off some tacklers, still fighting for yards inside the 40-yard line. Reaches ahead to the 36. And he picks up about 8 yards. As if he gets into the 36, he picks up 9. It'll be 2nd and 1. Nope. Give him 8, Brad.
Okay.
2nd down and 8 for the Rochester Zebras. Ball at the 36 of the Manchester Squires, and the Zebras are rolling here.
Running behind Brandon Sutton on that last play.
Tailback to the left is Dalton. Tailback to the right is Abbott. Out of the pistol is Brady Perez. On 2nd and 8, here's the snap. Abbott again going left. Abbott's got a first down. Pops it back inside. Gets inside the 30, down to around the 28. It'll be first down for the Zebras.
Did you see Sutton on that play?
I did not.
He cleared the entire left side of the Manchester defensive line. He hit the first man and took the entire defensive line towards the middle of the field, and which made a big hole for Abbott to run through.
Yeah, it's apparent. First and 10 for the Z's at the Manchester 28-yard line. 5.5 to play in the first half. And now they go back to full receivers. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Trent Bauer now your fullback in the game. Wood comes in motion to the near side. On the option. Perez keeps it on the right side. Perez then slides ahead and is down around the 16. That'll be another first down for the Zebras. Gain of about 12 yards. And it'll be first and 10 for the Z's at around the 16.
Rochester putting together another good drive.
5 minutes to play first half. Yeah, by far best drive of the first half for Rochester. From out of the pistol. On the option, Perez keeps, rolls to the right side. He's in trouble, and he's going to be sacked back at the 24. He's going to lose about 7, and that'll bring up second down and 17.
Well, the last time Rochester had a drive deep into Manchester territory, 4 straight pass plays that fell incomplete put an end to that series. And now the loss on the sack of Perez. We'll see if they can overcome that and keep this drive alive.
Hanaway hits a field goal to put North Miami up 16-0 in the second quarter. Second down and 17 for the Zebras. On the option, Perez keeps, and he's going to be sacked again. Back at the 30. He's going to lose 6 more. Third down and 23 now for the Zebras.
Back-to-back sacks pretty well brought that series to an end.
Third down now and 23.
Well, like you said, North Miami 16-0 over Peru. North Miami at 7-0, looking to try and complete a perfect season this week. Their first big contest with Peru.
And they'll have to do what? Northfield or
they'll probably
Whitco?
have Northfield Whitco next week, and Northfield leading that game 13-0.
Perez back to pass on 3rd and 23 over the middle of the field. He's got Wood. It is complete. And Wood takes it inside the 10, down to around the 5. That's going to be a first down for the Zebras.
Big play there from Perez to Wood. After the back-to-back sacks, they pick up the first down.
25-yard gain. And a Zebra first and goal at the Manchester 5-yard line.
That's only the 3rd completion by Perez tonight.
3.5 to play in the first half. Manchester leading 20-0. And here's the snap. Perez, keeper, right up the middle. Brady Perez stretching for the goal line. And Manchester drives him backwards. And I believe he got to the 1. The way the spot looks from the near side, he might have gotten to the 1. It'll be first and goal. And take that second and goal from the 1-yard line after a 4-yard gain for Brady Perez. Well, maybe the 2. That spot on the far side says the 2-yard line. The spot on the near side says the 1. It'll be first and make that second and goal from the 2. Rochester, I believe, jumped, no call. And Bryce Abbott looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Zebras. Bryce Abbott carries it in from 2 yards, and the Zebras are on the board. With 2:43 to play in the first half. And Zane Duff will be on to attempt the extra point. Score is 20-6 Manchester. And the PAT coming. Snap is down. Or snap is back. Hold is down.
Looks good.
Duff kicks it to the school. It's good. 20-7 Manchester. You're listening to Zebra Football, 92.1 WROI.
Ten plays, 54 yards. Bryce Abbott on the touchdown. Got extra point is good.
.243 to play in the first half. The Zebras finally on the board.
10 plays, 54 yards, and finished up with a Bryce Abbott 2-yard touchdown plunge.
Deff will kick. Back deep for the Manchester Squires.
That touchdown was set up by the 25-yard pass play from Perez to Wood.
On third and forever.
On third and forever.
Rooney, Shepard, and Gable back deep to receive the Duff kick. 2:43 to play in the first half. Duff puts a charge into it.
Oh, wow.
End over end. Shepard takes it at about the 12-yard line. Shepard at the 20, the 25. At the 30, kicks it back outside. Still on his feet, lunges ahead across the 35, down to around the 37. No one, he fielded that at the 20. He did not get touched until about the 32-yard line.
Well, it was almost a line drive kick right to him. And
true.
Not much chance for the coverage team to get downfield.
So Manchester up 20-7. They've got 2.5 to work with here in the first half, and actually they're going to start this drive at about the 38-yard line. But they've got 2 timeouts. A big, strong right-handed passer in the name of Sturtzman as the quarterback, who can either run really well or throw it really well.
Yeah.
3 receivers for Manchester, 3 of them to the left side, which is the wide side of the field, 1 to the near. On 1st and 10 from their own 38, Sturtzman back to pass. Middle of the field is complete to Rooney. He takes it to midfield and falls ahead to the Rochester 49, but they're going to get him right at midfield. He gets up slow. Again, Rooney with that slant to the middle of the field has been wide open all night. 1st and 10 for the Squires at midfield. 2:25 to play in the first half. Out of the pistol is Sturtzman. Shepard to his left. Here's a snap, back to pass again, looks left, throws left. He's got a wide open receiver. It is complete, and a stiff arm puts yard inside the Manchester, right at the Rochester 35, down to around the 32, maybe even the 33. We'll wait and see. But again, another Manchester first down as they're making this drive look easy. Give him the 33.
A couple big pass plays for Sturtzman. Not a lot of pressure.
Peru has scored. North Miami up now 16-6. 1st and 10 for Manchester at the Rochester 33. Rooney comes in motion to the near side. Here's a snap. Back to pass to Sturtzman. Middle of the field, throw to Gable, and he drops it. Gable, that ball was thrown behind Gable. Perez had pretty good coverage on him.
Mm-hmm.
If Gable catches that ball coming back towards the Rochester sideline, which is behind him, he switches directions and goes to the house.
Yeah, he would have had. He was making a full 180 turn there in order to catch the football, but if he does catch it and keep his feet, you're right. Once he starts to run with it, there's nobody between him and the end zone.
2nd and 10 as the clock stops. 1:54 to play in the first half. Manchester leading 20-7, and they've got it at the Rochester 38-yard line. Ball on the far hash, short side of the field is Manchester's. They'll send 3 receivers to the near side. Sturtzman in the shotgun formation with Shepard to his right. Back to pass to Sturtzman. Here comes some pressure. Throws it down the far side of the field to Gable over his head and incomplete. Good coverage by Brady Perez, stride for him, and it's 3rd down.
Gable kind of hesitated there. I think if he doesn't hesitate, he has a better chance to catch that football.
Here's what I'm thinking. 3rd and 10. They're at the Rochester 38.
Just keep throwing it.
Or you drop back and you give it to Shepard on a draw.
Oh, yeah.
Clock stopped with 1:50 to play in the first half. Manchester 3rd and 10 at the Rochester 38-yard line. Sturtzman in the shotgun formation with Shepard to his right. Here's a snap. Back to pass to Shepard. Rolls to the right. Has a receiver. It is incomplete. Gable was the intended receiver. Gable was the intended receiver. But they also had, I believe they also had Trick right there as well. It'll be 4th and 10.
So they had the 2 big pass plays for 12 and 17 yards and then missed on the next 3 shots.
Tippecanoe Valley leads Wabash at halftime 7-0. 4th and 10 for the Squires at the Rochester 38. Ball spotted on the far hash. The near side of the field will have 2 receivers. The wide side will have 2 receivers. Out of the pistol formation is Sturtzman with Shepard behind him. On 4th and 10. On the option, over the middle, it is complete. Rooney, first down, inside the 20 to the Rochester 15-yard line. 1st and 10 now for Rochester and a big 4th down play. That takes the ball to the Rochester 15-yard line. Manchester 1st and 10.
Again, they got the receiver in a slant in front of the defense.
So it should have been 14-0. Tippecanoe Valley over
Yeah,
Wabash.
dropped
They
the
dropped
pass
it as the
just-
time expired to drop a touchdown pass. 1st and 10 for Manchester at the Rochester 15-yard line. Squires already up 20-7. They take the pass. Sturtzman takes the snap. Sturtzman looking, pumps, throws over the right side.
Oh.
Incomplete. I'm not sure if that was intended for Gable or if
Well,
that was intended for Trick,
I
but
think
either way.
that was just intended to get to keep from taking the sack, as Tyler Walker was right in his face as he threw the football.
Minute 15 to play. First half. Manchester has 2 timeouts. They have it for 2nd down and 10 at the Rochester 15-yard line. Again, Manchester going to our right. They'll send 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the left, tight to the line. Out of the shotgun formation is Sturtzman. Shepard to his left. Low snap, picks it up off the turf, throws over the middle of the field. It is incomplete, almost picked off by Brady Perez. Ball thrown behind the receiver again. It'll be 3rd and 10. Lead him just a touch. He's in the end zone.
Yeah. Well, Sturtzman's already thrown the ball 16 times in this football game.
Well, you heard
completed
Coach,
about half of those for 121 yards.
Coach Miller says that he is a really, really good baseball pitcher,
Yeah.
so you know that he's probably got 100 in him.
Well, I would, no question, he's got a pretty good football arm on him,
Yeah.
too.
3rd and 10 for the Squires of the Rochester 15. Minute 12 to play in the first half. Back to pass to Sturtzman again. Looks right, throws right. It is, incomplete.
Almost
As-
intercepted.
Yep. Riston had it go right through his arms, and it hit the turf. And that'll bring up 4th and 10. I think that Stutzman thought that Gable was going to cut the route off early and go flat across the goal line, and instead he kind of angled back towards the end line.
Yeah.
3rd, I make that 4th and 10 at the Rochester 15-yard line. 1:07 to play in the first half. Sturtzman again back to pass. His little screen out to Moore. I make that out to Shepard. Incomplete.
Overthrew him.
Well, that was probably, if he doesn't overthrow him, Tyler Walker catches that and goes to the house. He jumped the pass route. So Rochester will take over on downs. Good defense by the Zebras. A bend and not break mentality there. And it'll be 1st and 10 for Rochester at their own 15. So it'll be interesting to see here. Rochester has 64 seconds and 1 timeout. See what they can do here with the football. You don't want to get too cute here, not deep in your own territory. 1st and 10 for the Z's at their own 15. Wood and Dalton wide to the right side. Wide to the near side is Plummer and Pearson. Out of the pistol formation is Brady Perez from his 15. Wood in motion to the near side. Wood gets the carry coming to the near side. Wood cuts it inside. Corbin Wood at the 30. And he picks up 15 yards. The clock will stop briefly until the ball is set. Nice kick out block by Pearson and Plummer to free Wood for a 15-yard gain. It'll be 1st and 10 at their own 30. Clock rolls, 55 seconds to play in the first half. Out of the pistol, Wood in motion to the near side. Wood takes a carry again. That's not another nice kick out block. And he takes it to the 34-yard line, and Rochester will use their final timeout. 44 seconds to play in the first half. Manchester leading 20-7. You're listening to Zebra Football, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4. 44 seconds to play in the first half. Manchester leading 20-7 on 2nd down and 6. Perez throws, gets to Plummer. Plummer takes it to the Manchester 49, giving the 48. Plummer caught the back end of the point on that football and was able to gather it in and take it out to the Manchester 48. Rochester quickly on the football. 40 seconds to play in the first half. Rochester trying to put together a half-inning drive here. Clock rolls at 35. Here's a snap. Perez back to pass. Looks right, throws right. He's got a receiver. It is complete to Wood. Wood cuts it back inside, gets a block from Dalton. Wood still on his feet, going to the end zone. Corbin Wood, touchdown Zebras. Corbin Wood, 48-yard pass play from Brady Perez, and the Zebras score before the half.
Nice job by everybody on the Rochester offense. Perez able to get it away before the pressure gets to him, and Wood with some fancy footwork after the reception to get it to the end zone.
Nice spring block out there by Corbin or by Wilson Dalton. .22 seconds to play in the first half. Duff to kick the extra point. Rochester, by the way, will get the ball to start the third quarter. Duff's kick on the way.
Flag
and
up.
We've got flags all over the place. It's 20-13, and it'll be against the Manchester Squires. Will that be offsides?
Yep.
It's offsides.
Half
okay.
the distance.
And so Duff will try it again. Oh, no.
Oh,
We're going to
he's gonna
go for the
two.
two-point conversion.
We're going to move it half the distance to the goal and go for 2.
Let's not overthink it. So it'll be a penalty against Manchester. So the two-point conversion now will happen from what, the 1?
Yeah.
22 seconds to play in the first half. Perez now will bring the club to the line of scrimmage. Abbott behind him. Out of the pistol is Perez. 3 receivers to the left. Here's a snap on the option. Perez will keep. He tucks, reaching for the goal line. Did he get in?
No.
He does not. He stretches, but his knees hit before he gets to the goal line. Two-point conversion fails. It's 20-13 Manchester. We'll take a 30-second break. You're listening to Zebra Football, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
Gorley tees the ball up for the Squires. Wood back deep for the Eagles. Offsides against Manchester. They'll rekick. Trent Bauer on the return. That'll be for the first pass. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we will continue with our senior night. And we're going to start with the Rochester Girls Golf Class of 2017. We're going to begin with Jake Benish. Jake is the daughter of Janae Rudd and Shane Rudd. Her favorite subject is Spanish. Jake's most memorable moment in golf was getting hit on the ankle with a golf ball at her first invite. Another thing she won't forget are the conversations and jam sessions on the bus rides. In addition to golf, Jake participates in the National Honor Society, Student Council, and volunteers at several different organizations. After graduation, she plans on going to IU or University of Buffalo to get her master's of film psychology and finish out by earning her doctorate. In the process of obtaining her degree, Jake hopes to have the opportunity to study abroad in several different countries. Moving on to Finley Lindenfelter. Finley is the daughter of Trina Lindenfelter and Lyle Lindenfelter. Her favorite subject this year in school is calculus, and last year was chemistry. Finley's most memorable moment in golf was when Coach Thomas made the loser of a putting game called Around the World clean all the Western players' clubs. In addition to golf, Finley participates in Family, Career, and Community Leaders of America, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Peers Educating Peers, New Tech Ambassadors, National Honor Society, P Club, Student Council, the GIFT Program, and Athletic Student Council. After graduation, Finley plans on playing golf in college and pursue a career in fashion designing. Rosalie Navarro is the daughter of Mindy and Hector Navarro. Her favorite subject is choir. Her most memorable moment in golf was shooting her high school career best of 47 on her senior night. In addition to golf, Rosalie participates in bowling, tennis, New Tech Ambassadors, Triad, and National Honor Society. After graduation, Rosalie plans on attending college where she will get her degree in the science field. The Rochester Girls Cross Country Class of 2017, beginning with Claire Dunwoody. Claire is the daughter of Sally and Dwight Dunwoody. Her favorite subject in school is physics. Claire's most memorable moment is cross country, when a runner got trampled by a deer during the New Prairie Invite last year. In addition to cross country, Claire participates in the National Honor Society, Student Council, New Tech Ambassadors, and tennis. After graduation, Claire plans on either going to Purdue or Indiana State to become a pilot. Claire plans to live in the country and have 2 golden retrievers. Moving on to Emma Feldman. Emma is the daughter of Brooke and Jared Feldman. Her favorite subjects in school are calculus and engineering, design, and development. Emma's most memorable moment in cross country was when Stalbaum Aqua jogged with them in the lake in order to get them to stop complaining, even though the water was 60 degrees. In addition to cross country, Emma participates in National Honor Society, Student Council, New Tech Ambassadors, gift program, Hobie, the Park Force, First Robotics, swim team, and the Royals. After graduation, Emma plans on attending either Purdue or Vanderbilt and will major either in mechanical or chemical engineering with a possible minor in physics. She will then attend graduate school. Moving on to Madison Hyatt. She is the daughter of Michael and Julie Hyatt. Her favorite subject is math with Mr. Streeton. Her most memorable cross-country moment was going to Colorado's on our run. Yeah, that didn't go so well. In addition to cross-country, she participates in Key Club, New Tech Ambassadors, Student Council, National Honor Society, and track. She also attends the Church of the Heartland. After graduation, she plans on attending college and major in elementary education or social work. Hannah Odell is the daughter of Ray and Janice Hotteshell and John Odell. Her favorite subject in school is math. Hannah's most memorable moment in cross country was when she ran a personal record of 23 minutes flat at regionals. In addition to cross country, Hannah participates in National Honor Society, Student Council, and New Tech Ambassadors. After graduation, Hannah hopes to attend Purdue University or Indiana University Bloomington. Shelby Shane is the daughter of Beth and Steve Shane. Her favorite subject in school is Spanish 4. Shelby's most memorable moment was carrying the couch and returning her back to Coach Stalbaum during the warm-up. In addition to cross country, Shelby participates in National Honor Society, Student Council, Key Club, and the gift program. After graduation, Shelby is undecided in her plans. Moving on to Rochester Boys cross-country class of 2017. Harrison Cortez is the son of Tom and Caroline Cortez. Favorite subject is English 12 with Mrs. Friend. Harrison's most memorable moment was representing the Rochester Zebras at semi-state by wearing the black and white zebra stripes in that for the past 2 years. In addition to cross-country, Harrison participates in track, Student Council, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Varsity Club, Video Club, and the internship program. After graduation, Harrison plans on majoring in physical education. Davey Cordell is the son of Ken and Tinny Harris. His favorite subjects are engineering and his internship with Mr. Fun. Kenny's most memorable cross-country moment was the day Jeff Hoover and Denny became legends by reaching the other side. In addition to cross-country, Denny participates in track and robotic skiing. After graduation, he plans on going to Purdue and getting a master's degree in computer science and programming. Moving on to the Rochester Boys Soccer Class of 2017. Killian Bailey is the son of Kurt and Becky Bailey. His favorite subjects in school are engineering and physics. Killian's most most memorable moment in soccer was when Trey Adley slept under his bed at Huntington Camp. In addition to soccer, Kelly participates in robotics, National Honor Society, UTEC ambassadors, and golf. After graduation, he hopes to attend Rose Holman Institute of Technology for Biomedical Engineering. Dawson Bauer is the son of Doug and Wendy Bauer. His favorite subject in school is science. Dawson's most memorable moment in soccer was when Aaron got a kid a red card in the women's tournament. In addition to soccer, Dawson participates in skateboarding, fishing, and dark leagues. After graduation, he plans on attending a four-year college to obtain his degree in business. Wyatt Wright is the son of David Wright and Darrell Wright. His favorite subjects in school are chemistry and calculus. Wyatt's most memorable moment in soccer was the positive influence that Aaron Moore has had on his attitude and behavior. In addition to soccer, Wyatt participates in the National Honor Society and UTEC ambassadors. After graduation, he plans on attending college to get a bachelor's in exercise science and will potentially go to graduate school for physical therapy. Cole Dillingham is the son of Stephanie Dillingham. His favorite subject in school is PE. Cole's most memorable soccer moment was winning sections last year. After graduation, Cole plans on going to college for criminal justice. Gabe Hastings is the son of Dave and Laura Hastings. His favorite subject is math with Mr. Streeton. Wyatt's most memorable soccer moment was in his freshman year when he passed himself in front of the varsity team and Coach Brown. In addition to soccer, Gabe participates in National Honor Society photography and hangs out with friends and eating and sleeping. After graduation, he plans on going to college for photography. Matthew Pickens is the son of Bill and Michelle Pickens. His favorite subject at school is engineering. Matthew's most memorable moment in soccer was winning sectionals last year. In addition to soccer, Matthew participates in track, taekwondo, student council, National Honor Society, and is a member of the Black Tip Cruisers Heart Club. After graduation, Matthew plans on attending the United States Coast Guard Academy for Mechanical Engineering. The Rochester girls soccer class of 2017 beginning with Kennedy Campbell. Kennedy is the daughter of Sean and Lisa Campbell. Her favorite subjects are engineering and calculus. Kennedy's most memorable moment in soccer was her sophomore year when Pro Richard kicked a new ball and it ended up rolling into the road, getting run over by a stump. It resulted in the team running 4 contests. In addition to soccer, she participates in FFA, FCA, Student Council, NHS, 4-H, varsity swimming, and robotics. After graduation, she plans on majoring in mechanical engineering with a minor in Spanish. Amber Risner is the daughter of Robin Lack and Jack Risner. Her favorite subject is English. Amber's most memorable moment in soccer was meeting Alina and becoming the best friends forever, and whipping and dabbing with her on the soccer field. In addition to soccer, Amber participates in student council and works at Couch Potato Family and also works at Rochester Bagel and Deli. After graduation, she plans on attending college at Indiana State or IUPUI to become a dental hygienist or substance abuse counselor. Most importantly, she plans on making her parents and siblings proud. Riley Schaefer is the daughter of Julia and Shannon Schaefer. Her favorite time during school is working in the office with Mrs. Horn and peer tutoring Mrs. Dean's class, which makes her day. Riley's most memorable soccer moment was every moment she had been around the team. The team always comes together when one is in need. In addition to soccer, Riley participates in the Wrestling Key Club, where she serves as president, track, student council, and works at Kroger. After graduation, she plans on getting her degree in social work from either Purdue or ISU. She will then further her education by getting her degree in psychiatry. Bailey Van Meter is the daughter of Bob and Becky Van Meter. Her most memorable soccer moment was her junior year when she never played soccer in her whole life. Her first game was on her 17th birthday and she was a starter. In addition to soccer, Bailey participates in travel softball, key club, student council treasurer, and softball for Rochester. After graduation, Bailey plans on becoming a physical therapist assistant and get a minor in communication. She also hopes to adopt a bunch of dogs. Olivia Williams, the daughter of Michael and Tracy Williams, her favorite subject is math. Olivia's most memorable moment was when she scored her first goal in the Delphi game. In addition to soccer, she participates in FFA. After graduation, she plans on attending an undecided college where she will study elementary education. Moving on to the boys tennis class of 2017, beginning with Zach Deshawn. Zach is the son of Brian and Laura Deshawn. His favorite subject in school is government. Zach's most memorable tennis moment was breaking a racket in a tournament and finishing the match with a win using that broken racket. In addition to tennis, Zach participates in basketball and baseball. After graduation, he plans on majoring in business management at a yet-to-be-determined college. Carlton Mullet. And then moving on to Jackson Sawyer. Jackson is the son of Rob and Beth Sawyer. His favorite subject in school is math or science. Jackson's most memorable tennis moment was Austin Utter. In addition to tennis, Jackson participates in National Honor Society, Student Council, Peak Club, Quiz Bowl, Blue Tech Ambassadors, and golf. After graduation, Jackson plans on attending IU at Bloomington and will major in biology. Tricia Timmons is the daughter of Lori and David Timmons. Her favorite subject is science. In addition to tennis, Tricia participates in National Honor Society, Student Council, Peak Club, FCCLA, and cheer. After graduation, she plans on attending Ball State and major in marketing and residential property management with a minor in interior design. Next is Ariana Jacob. That includes our senior introductions. Please give them a nice round of applause. Congratulations to all the seniors. Zebras have the ball, first and 10. Perez keeps it, gain a couple yards. Colin Negason on the tackle. Had it around the left side. Short gain on the play. Gable on the tackle. Wagner also assisting on the tackle.
They went to the CCAC.
Pass is incomplete. Intended for Pearson. Gable defending on the play. Quick kick by Perez.
Out of bounds.
Ball ruled out at the Squire 32-yard line. They'll have it.
So Manchester will start their first series of the second half in pretty good field position. Already up 26-13. And it'll be interesting to see which tailback or which fullback comes out for Manchester. And it looks like to me it's going to be Moore. He stands right behind Sturtzman, who's in the pistol formation. On 1st and 10 for Manchester. Here's a snap. Moore right up the middle and lunges ahead. And they should give him the 45. He was on his own man when he was at the 44. He lunges the head to the 45, but they're going to give him the 44. Give him 3. It'll be – no, give him 2, I beg your pardon. It'll be 2nd down and 8. 10 minutes to play in the first half. 4 receivers for Manchester. Ball in the near hash, which is the Rochester sideline. Moore still in the game behind Sturtzman, who's in the pistol formation on 2nd and 8. Here's a snap, low snap, picked up by Sturtzman. Throws to the right side. It is complete to Trick. And Trick down the Manchester sideline is tripped up from behind by Riston. And Trick takes it inside the Rochester 40 near the 38-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Squires.
18-yard pickup.
First down for Manchester. Sturtzman in the pistol formation inside the Rochester 40. Here's a snap, loses the handle. Sturtzman picks it up, runs away from the defense. Sturtzman runs away from the defender, and he loses the football. Does Rochester fall on it? The sideline says the Zebras have it. The Zebras defense say they have it. No signal yet by the official. Brady Perez says the Zebras have it. And Rochester has it. Sturtzman calls up the football, and Trent Bauer falls on the loose ball, and they take over after the fumble recovery inside their 35-yard line.
Nice defensive effort by Rochester. They forced the turnover, and the offense comes back on the field.
So they'll take over inside the 35 at around the 33. And Brady Perez will bring the play in from the sideline. Ball in the near hash, the Rochester sideline. Dalton comes wide to the near side. Plummer Pearson, Wood, wide left. Abbott behind Perez. That's in the pistol formation. Brady takes a snap. Back to pass. Looks left. Flips it out to Abbott. Incomplete, and it'll be 2nd and 10. And I believe Brad Abbott probably could have had a lot of green grass in front of him if he catches that ball.
Yeah, Perez led him just a little bit too much.
Yep.
And I'm not sure if Abbott maybe didn't pick that ball up soon enough. Perez threw it. Abbott wasn't quite ready for it.
2nd and 10 for the Z's at their own 33-yard line. Going to our right here in the third quarter. Perez back to pass again. Throws down the left side. He's got a receiver, and it is going to be picked off by the Squires. Nick Wagner picks off the pass from Brady Perez, and it'll be Manchester football now back at their 32.
So Rochester turns it right back over.
So it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Manchester Squires at their 32-yard line. With 9:19 to play in the third quarter, again, the Squires leading 26-13 here at Rochester on senior night. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman. Moore is your fullback in the game, or the tailback behind Sturtzman, who's in the pistol formation. 4 receivers for the offense. Here's a snap on the option. Moore takes the carry down the right side, kicks it to the Manchester sideline. Now back inside, now into midfield, now in Rochester territory. And he takes it to the Rochester 46-yard line. Was that Shepard? Beg your pardon, that was John Shepard off the right side. And he takes it into Rochester territory. Looks like they're going to be, and then on top of that, we got a face mask. So he takes it to the 47. And then after the play was over, there's a face mask against the Rochester Zebras.
It's a 15 yards.
That'll be walked off, yeah. That'll take him inside the 35. Looks like the 31, maybe a 32. But in pretty good field position here.
Yep. Shepard picked up 18 by himself, and then you add the 15-yard penalty.
Shepard is to the left. Sturtzman is in the shotgun formation. Ball at about the 32. Here's a snap. Gives to Shepard again. Running away from the defense. Slips a Ross Pearson tackle down the Manchester sideline. Tiptoes the sideline and runs out right at the yard to gain marker for a 1st down. And they actually give him 11, Brad. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Manchester Squires. Takes it inside the Rochester 25 to the 22. So give him 10. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Squires, leading 26-13. Shepard is to the right of Sturtzman, who's in the pistol formation. Yard is wide right, the only receiver to the right side of the field. 1st down for Manchester, the Rochester 22. Shepard again, right up the middle. And Shepard, positive yards brought down by Walker. Picks up about 4 yards. It'll be 2nd and 6. Ball's inside the 20-yard line. Quickly, Manchester on the football. Sturtzman out of the pistol. Short side of the field. Shepard again right up the middle. Make that Moore. No, was it? It was. No, it might have been Shepard. I beg your pardon.
Yeah, it was Shepard.
One's 22 and one's 21. Tough to see sometimes. That right number.
Yeah.
So 3rd down at about 3 with 8:15 to play in the third quarter. Manchester leading 26-13. Shepard is to the right of Sturtzman. It's in the pistol formation. Make that the shotgun formation now. On the jet sweep. Carry around the right side to Rooney. Rooney has a 1st down, still fighting for yards. Takes it inside the Rochester 10. He's got to be close to the 5 there. It's going to be 1st and goal from the 5-yard line for the Manchester Squires as Rooney takes it to the 5. West Central leads Frontier 30-24 in the third quarter. Manchester leads here 26-13 and will have 4 downs from the 5-yard line. Under 8 to play in the third quarter. Shepard to the right of Sturzman. Out of the shotgun, takes a snap, low snap. Gives to Shepard, picks his way through the traffic. Takes it inside the 5, near the 2. It'll be second and goal from about the 2 for the Squires. They're looking to extend their 26-13 lead. With 7.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Now the pistol for Sturzman. Behind him is Shepard. Rooney goes in motion to the right side. Here's the snap. Right up the middle is Shepard. And touchdown Squires.
Nothing fancy about that.
Nope.
Shepard from 1 yard out gives Squires another score.
A touchdown run again for Shepard, his second of the night. With 7:22 to play in the third quarter, and Manchester will go for 2, and they're quickly on the football. 32-12. 2-point conversion coming. Sturzman takes the snap. Hands off to Shepard again. Works to the right side. Now back inside. Stretches for the goal line, and he has it. 2-point conversion is good. It's 34-13. You're listening to Zebra Football, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4. Manchester on the board again. Make it 34-13.
7 plays, 68 yards. A 1 yard run by by Shepard, I'm sorry.
That's one thing that we haven't done yet tonight is give up a big gainer to Sturzman.
No, well, unless you want to count the 41-yard pass or the 51-yard pass.
I do not want to count that.
But running the ball, you're right.
So Wood back deep, and I say deep, he stands inside his 25 at about the 22.
Yeah.
Usually stands about his 10.
Some other scores: Tippecanoe Valley leads Wabash now 21-0. Winnemac over Caston 28-0. Pioneer was leading Culver 18-14.
Southwood 42-3 over Mechanical.
Holy cow! Southwood 42-3 over Mechanical.
Best kick of the night for Manchester. Wood takes it at the 19. Corbin Wood tries to kick it to the Manchester sideline, grabbed by the hips and thrown down at about the 25. So that's where Rochester will start this series. Down 34-13.
Mishawaka leads Mishawaka Marion 20-7.
What was the game of the week this week, Val?
Warsaw Northwood.
And Warsaw Northwood Ridge, right? Northwood.
Northwood.
Yeah. And what's the score?
Northwood 54-10.
54-10 at halftime over
Wow.
Northwood over
Warsaw.
Be a good game to watch, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Trips to the near side for Rochester. Brady Perez out of the pistol. On the option, Abbott takes it, and Manchester swallows him up behind the line of scrimmage. He's going to lose 1 or 2. It'll be second and long for the Zebras. Loses 2. It'll be second and 12. So now, from what I understand, Boston's down 2-0. Toronto is up 2-0.
Yeah.
And the Cubs will start their series tonight at 9 o'clock. Dodgers, they play today, Val? They win?
Dodgers were leading the Nationals 4-3 in the.
That should be a pretty good series.
Both Scherzer and Kershaw were kind of struggling a little bit.
Brady Perez on the option. He keeps around the right side at the 30, and it's hit at about the 31. Picks up 8. Third down now for the Rochester Zebras.
Dodgers lead the Nationals 4-3, bottom of the 8th.
So Peru scored to tie it up 22-22, but then North Miami quickly scores again to make it 29-22.
Well,
They come in bunches.
as long as they keep doing the kickoff return or whatever it is they're doing. I got to just stay one ahead.
3rd and 3 for Rochester. On the option, Perez hands it off to Abbott. Not a lot there for Bryce Abbott. It'll be 4th down and 3 for the Rochester Zebras.
Gain on the play. Megason on the tackle.
4th down and 3 for Rochester at the 32-yard line. And it looks like Duff will come on.
Do you fake it?
Absolutely.
Why not?
Well, I think at this point, if you're going to go for it,
Pearson,
fake it or not, you got to
Pearson's
leave
the up man.
Perez on the field. Just my opinion, of course. 4th and 3. Ball goes to Duff. He gets it away. Nice high punt. Gable takes it inside his 35. Gable splits the defender at the 40. At the 45, Rochester runs into each other. At midfield, Gable stretches ahead, and that's all he's going to get. Rochester swallows him up at about midfield, maybe the 49-yard line. But Manchester starts here in a pretty good field position.
Gable always makes it exciting.
Dodgers lead 4-3 in the bottom of the 8th. First and 10 for the Squires at midfield. Left hash is where the ball's spotted, which is the Rochester sideline. And I believe this time Moore is in the backfield. It is. Well, Sturtzman out of the shotgun, Moore to his right from midfield. On the option, Sturtzman right up the middle. Made a great play. Made a great read, I should say, because Anthony Tinsman came in and basically eliminated Moore from the play. Yeah. Great read by Sturtzman. Pulled it out of the belly of Moore and ran it up the field and took it inside the Rochester 45 to the 42-yard line. A pickup of 8. It'll be 2nd and 2.
Yeah, you're right. It was a good read.
Tigers score 29-28 with a minute and 40 to play in the 3rd quarter.
Holy cow.
On 2nd and 2. Little quick hitter outside to Gable. Gable is wide open down the Manchester sideline. Now he's off to the races, and Gable is going to score. A 42-yard basically screenplay to Gable, and he carries it in. And 6 more for Manchester. It's now 40-13.
Gable with his 3rd passing touchdown of the night.
The pass went for maybe a yard.
Right. Yeah. Gable's got 4 receptions, all of 30 yards or more, 3 of which were touchdowns, and he had the fumble return.
Kane Gable's having a night here at Rochester High School, and it's 40-13 with a 2-point conversion coming with 4:20 to play in the 3rd quarter. Here's a snap. Fakes the handoff. Sturtzman rolls on the near side. It is complete in the end zone for the 2-point conversion. And now a little showboat at the end is going to be unsportsmanlike against the Manchester Squires. But regardless, it's going to be 42-13. You're listening to Zebra Football, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4. (42-13), the Manchester Squires here lead here at 4 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter here at Rochester High School.
2 plays, 50 yards, the 42-yard play from Sturtzman to Gable.
Yeah, and like I said, that wasn't anything fancy. It was just a little run, pass screen, or a read.
It almost looked like an option.
That's exactly what it was.
Situation where, I can't turn it upfield, so I'm just going to chuck it towards the sideline.
And Gable stood over there wide open near the Manchester sideline. He was a 1 yard pitch and catch, and then Gable did the rest himself. And I don't believe, Brad, he was touched until he got to the sideline when he was congratulated.
You're right. Well, because of the unsportsmanlike conduct on the extra point against the Squires, they'll kick off from their own 25.
So here's the kick. High end over end kick. Pearson now will take it inside his 40-yard line. Ross Pearson at midfield. Ross Pearson then hit at the Manchester 45 and falls ahead to about the 44-yard line, 43-yard line. So Rochester will start this series in very good field position in the Manchester side of the 50.
So I now have Sturzman with 240 yards passing and 3 touchdowns, all 3 of those to Gable, who
And
he's got 164 yards receiving on 4 receptions.
Wood and Dalton wide to the near side. Pearson and Plummer split left. Ball in the middle of the field for Brady Perez, who's in the pistol formation. Pearson comes in motion to the near side. Here's the snap on the option. Perez keeps, comes around the near side. He's got running room and is brought down just shy of the Manchester 35-yard line. Give him the 36. He'll pick up 7. It'll bring up 2nd down and 3. After 3, North Miami leads Peru 29-28.
Northfield 27-12 over Whitco at the end of 3 quarters.
Northfield leads Whitco after 3.
27-12.
Okay.
Goshen defeated Plymouth 7-2.
What?
Wow.
In a baseball game, Goshen defeated Plymouth 7-2.
Yeah.
7-2.
Wow. So in other words, Goshen scored all 9 points.
Good call, yeah. That's exactly what happened. 2nd down and 3 for Rochester. Perez takes a snap, gives to Abbott. Abbott off the left side, trying to back his way to the 1st down marker. He's going to do that as, well, the spot on the near side says he's got enough for a 1st down, and they're not going to measure. He's going to be a 1st down. Give him 3. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Z's inside the Manchester 35-yard line. Nice hard run by Bryce Abbott, who takes it to the Manchester 33.
He's only got 26 yards on the night, but they've been tough yards, all of them.
Pioneer
42-13 Manchester. Back to passes. Perez looks to the left, pulls down, pumps again. Now throws it down the left side, looking for Pearson, and it is knocked away at the last minute by the Manchester Squires. And that'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Pearson was down on the goal line, and Brady Perez threw it about 40 yards in the air to have it knocked out of the air by the Manchester secondary.
So Pioneer opening up a lead over Culver now 41-14 after 3.
Opening up.
Well, they only had a 4-point lead at halftime.
Yeah, where's Valvin? I mean, good grief. That's a lot of points to just now spring on us at 41.
I have a feeling they probably score quicker than you can tweet it.
On the jet sweep, Wood takes a carry over the left side, and he is stacked up at about the 30-yard line. So he'll pick up about 3 yards, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 7 for the Zebras. With 2:46 to play in the 3rd quarter, again, Manchester leading 42-13. Now, come on, he got to the 30-yard line for crying out loud, but they're going to give him the 31.
31.
So it'll be 3rd and 8. Clock rolls here at Rochester. 2:25 to play in the 3rd. 3rd and 8 for the Zebras at the Manchester 31. Pearson comes in motion to the near side. Out of the pistol. Perez takes the snap. Now back to pass. Here comes some pressure. Little screen up the middle is complete to Bryce Abbott. And Manchester's secondary,
Right there, yeah.
react quickly. He gets a yard. It'll be 4th and 7. And Rochester offense will stay on the field and will go for it. 4th and 7 from the Manchester 30. Under 2 to play in the 3rd quarter. 4 receivers, 2 to the near, 2 to the far side to the short side of the field on 4th and 7. Perez now looks at the sideline, as do the receivers. Everybody has the play. Plenty of time on the play clock. 10.
What do you think it's going to be when everybody who's looking at their wristband is a receiver?
Pass on the near side is complete to Wood, and Wood takes it to the Manchester 21. That's going to be enough for a 1st down. Whoa, here comes Wabash. 21-13 now, Valley leads. 1st and 10 for the Zebras at the Manchester 21-yard line. 90 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter. Again, Manchester leading 42-13. And Manchester make that Wabash now putting together a little scoring frenzy.
Little late game action there at Tippecanoe Valley.
Ball in the near hash, short side of the field. Perez back to pass. Right over the middle is complete to Dalton. Did he grab it? He did, giving the 16. Giving 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 5. A low throw from Brady Perez, handled nicely on the shoe top by Wilson Dalton. 2nd down and 5 at the 21 of Manchester. Ball still in the near hash. Short side of the field is Dalton and Wood. Out of the pistols, Brady Perez. Perez back to pass, looks left, pumps, throws over the middle of the field. It is incomplete. Oh. That was just about picked off by Wagner, who read that and jumped the route.
Well, anytime you look at a receiver, hesitate and continue looking at the same receiver, you give everybody on that defensive side of the ball a chance to recover.
You're right. 3rd and 5 for the Z's at the Manchester 21. Plummer and Pearson split left. Wood and Dalton split right. Pistol formation for Perez with Bryce Abbott behind him. On 3rd and 5, on the draw, Abbott stacked up in the backfield. He's going to lose a yard. It'll be 4th down and 6. We're down to 30 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter. Rochester does not have to run another play. Trailing 42-13. And Rochester will be on the football with 15 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter. 4th down and 7 for the Z's. Back to passes, Perez. Looking. Here comes some pressure. Throws it up for grabs and is picked off in the end zone by the Manchester Squires. And Rochester will give it back to Manchester on their own 20-yard line with 2.6 to play in the 3rd quarter. Well, you know, if you're going to turn it over, that's not bad because 4th down, the ball's batted out of the air. They get it at the,
16. So we gave up, 4 yards on the exchange?
Yeah. So it'll be 1st down for Manchester at the 20 after the interception with 2.6 to play in the 3rd quarter. Manchester up 42-13. Moore is your tailback. Sturtzman out of the pistol from his own 20. Here's a snap. Right up the middle is Moore. Moore grabbed by the shoulder pads but carries the defense out of the 25 and picks up 5. And that's going to bring the 3rd quarter to an end. After 3, Manchester leads 42-13. You're listening to Zebra Football, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV 4.
Southwood beat Conqua 42-9. Valley at Southwood next Friday.
We're going to the 4th quarter with Manchester leading 42-13. And as we come back, Manchester will have it 2nd and 5 from their own 25-yard line. Brad Thomas, I'm David Musselman.
So Southwood leads McConaughey now 42-9, so that's a final. So McConaughey definitely is going to be the last team in the South. And if this game keeps going like it is, that'll be Rochester's opponent next week.
Tyler Walker dropped Shepard for a 3-yard loss, 2-yard loss. It'll be 3rd down and 7 now for the Squires. Winamac beat Caston tonight 35-0. So 3rd and 7 for the Squires. Sturtzman in the pistol formation with Shepard behind him. Here's a snap. Shepard takes the carry over the left side. And he is stopped for very little gain. Is that Wilson Dalton on the tackle? Wilson Dalton with the tackle. and loses a yard. It'll be 4th and 8, and on comes a punting unit.
So Wood will drop back
Yep.
to about his own 45-yard line. He was on the sideline here during the break getting his ankle taped up, so we'll see.
And now, let's see, Rochester wants a timeout. We'll take one, too. You're listening to Zebra Football, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
Lafayette Jeff beat Logansport 47-7.
After the Rochester timeout, Manchester has it 4th and 8 at their own 23-yard line. Again, the Squires leading 42-13. And Manchester will kick this one away. Wood back deep to receive the kick. Nice kick by the Manchester Squires. Drives Wood back to his 40. Wood, he didn't return it at all. He caught it at the 40 and dropped to the 39, so forward progress is going to give him the 40. So that's where Rochester will start their next series. And, the North is being decided tonight, as is the South. So, Brad, you have some scores from...
Yeah, North Miami leading Peru at last call 29-28. So now it's 36-28.
4:27 to play in the fourth quarter. North Miami now leads 36-28.
So that, if North Miami can hang on, chances are they're looking at playing Northfield, who is leading Whitco 27-12.
West Central got their first win tonight. They beat Frontier 38-24. Brady Perez will take over here at their zone 40-yard line, down 42-13. On the option, Abbott right up the middle. Bryce fighting for yards, fighting ahead to the 40, giving the 46. Nice hard run, young man. Give him 6 yards. It'll be 2nd and 4. He was stacked up after about a yard gain and has kept his legs moving and kept chopping and picked up 6. Yeah. 2nd and 4 for the Z's. Perez in the pistol with Abbott right behind him. On the option, Abbott again. Gets to the 45, still pushing ahead with Manchester hanging all over him. Gets it out to the 49, give him 3 more.
Bryce Abbott picking up more yards with defenders hanging on him than he does when he's running free.
3rd and 1 for the Z's at their own 49-yard line. Plummer and Pearson wide to the near side.
Southwood has defeated Mechanical 42-9, so Mechanical definitely will be an opponent next week, it looks like, for Rochester.
Riston wide right. Are we missing? Oh, no, 2 backs in the backfield. I'm like, are we missing somebody? 3rd and 1. On the option. There's a flag in the play. Brady Perez around the left side. Takes it inside the Manchester 45-yard line to the 43. But again, a flag on the play.
Back at the line of scrimmage.
Yep.
So. Yep, holding.
It'll be holding on the Rochester Zebras. That'll back him up 10. So now it'll be 3rd and 11.
At this time, we would like to take the opportunity to recognize a special member of the football program.
So 42-13, Manchester leads. And after a first down run by Brady Perez, is going to be negated by a holding penalty against the Rochester Zebras. And that'll back him up 10 yards, so that'll bring up 3rd down at about 11. Nope, it'll be 3rd down and 10 after the 10-yard walk-off from the 50 instead of the 49.
All right.
Notre Dame in action tomorrow?
Yeah.
Right, still?
It's going to be a swim meet.
I
North
think it
Carolina.
is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Playing in Raleigh-Durham. Matthew will be there.
Yes,
So.
he will, with his teeth showing.
Yeah.
3rd and 10 for the Z's, back at their own 40. Back to passes Perez. Looking off the left side. Throws it down the sideline. He's got Riston. It is complete at the 30, the 25, and driven out of bounds at about the 22. Justin Riston, a 5'7 sophomore, carries the football down to the Manchester 21. A big gainer for the Rochester Zebras.
38 yards on that pass play to Riston.
Actually giving the 22. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Z's. At the Manchester 32-yard line. Quickly on the ball is Rochester. Manchester trying to get off the field. Low snap. Picked up by Perez on the option. He takes, carries the football, cuts it back inside, and grabbed around the neck and ripped backwards.
And there's a flag down.
Well, I think there's going to be too many men on the field for Manchester. So all that punishment for Perez is probably going to get accepted, and now it'll be 1st and 5, I'm guessing. I don't think he got 5 on the play. He might have. .9:05 to play in the football game. Manchester up 42-13. At last report, North Miami leading Peru in the championship of the South, 36-28 with 7 minutes to play in that game. And Northfield, well on their way to winning the North. That's over. Yeah, that's over then.
3 minutes, not over.
Well, yeah.
She's
just waiting on the clock to run out.
She's warming up, isn't she? So 1st and 5 for Rochester. Ball spotted inside the Manchester 20-yard line. Give him the 17. Plummer and Pearson to the near side. Dalton and Wood wide right. Wood comes in motion to the near side. Pearson, or make that Perez throws it down the right sideline to Dalton, who's standing wide open, and threw behind him just a fuzz. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Dalton turned around just as the ball arrived. He wasn't able to grab a hold of it.
2nd and 5 for the Z's. Perez and Abbott in the backfield. Brady back to pass, looks right, now looks left, pumps, throws over the middle of the field. Incomplete. Intended for Ross Pearson. Thrown behind him just a fuzz. Again, Ross not happy with himself and smacks the ground twice. And Rochester will use another timeout. Rochester uses their 2nd of the half. We'll take one, too. You're listening to Zebra Football, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV 4. Back at Rochester High School after the Zebra timeout, it'll be 3rd and 5. So Brian Raber and I are pretty good friends, and we played softball together forever and ever, and went to North Miami. And so he lives in about 10, 20 minutes away from Raleigh. They're supposed to have 5 inches of rain tomorrow.
Holy cow.
In Raleigh.
Wow, yeah. And that's the center of the state.
Yeah. So on 3rd and 5 for the Zebras, Perez takes a snap on the option, keeps it right up the middle. And Brady Perez is cut down at about the 15, maybe the 16. Not a lot there. It'll be 4th down and 4 for the Rochester Zebras.
We're getting a few sprinkles on the window
No,
here.
we're not.
Yeah.
4th and 4 for the Z's. Shy of the Manchester 15. 8:13 to play in the game. Again, Manchester leading 42-13 here at senior night here at Rochester High School. It's a pretty good night for a whiteout, huh, with the rain coming?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
4th and 14. Here's a snap on the option. Bryce Abbott right up the middle. Bryce fighting for yards. He's at the 10. He's inside the 10 or around the 9. He's going to have a 1st down for the Z's. Get him right at the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 10.
Nice job by Abbott. Again, grinding it out.
Clock rolls. Under 8 to play in the game. On the road next week. Probably to Mechanical at this point.
That would be my guess.
1st and goal from the 10 for the Z's. Perez on the option. Flips it out to Dalton. Dalton slips one tackle. There's a hold on the tackle or a flag on the play.
Yeah.
And Dalton gets in the end zone.
Roughing the quarterback against Manchester, I believe, is going to be the call.
So Dalton.
is.
It will be personal foul, roughing the passer, not probably against Rochester, I'm guessing, but probably against Manchester.
Right.
He signaled against Rochester. It's really tough to rough your own passer.
There you go.
So Wilson Dalton scores from 10 yards out. And now the score is 42-19 with the extra point coming. 7:27 to play in the football game. Whoa, it isn't a touchdown. I beg your pardon.
They're going to mark it at the
No,
3.
it is. It is a touchdown. They're going.
Are
Oh,
we
wait a
going?
minute.
We going for 2, or is this a?
We got to be going for 2, right?
Well, I thought they signaled, but he's got the first down marker up on the far side. I don't know.
We're either going for 2 or we're going a direct snap to Ross Pearson. Takes it off the right side, and it was a 2-point conversion. It's no good.
Conversion.
So 42-19, 7:27 to play in the game. You're listening to Zebra Football, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV 4. Wilson Dalton, I believe, his first touchdown of the year, comes on a 10-yard run around the right side to make it 42-19. The 2-point conversion failed, and so with 7:27 to play in the football game, Manchester going to get the football back.
10 plays, 60 yards. Wilson Dalton, 10-yard run on the option play.
And so the mass confusion up here was
I guess it was a late hit on the quarterback.
when they called roughing the passer, which probably was
should have been a late. It was I think he changed it
personal
to a late
foul.
yeah,
Okay,
he changed it to a late hit.
and as everybody's watching the flag, Wilson Dalton snuck in the pylon
Right.
inside the pylon, and then with the still markers over there saying first down from the 2, we were wondering if they were going for 2 or it was first and goal from the 2, and looking to run out of the play. Well, it was a touchdown for Wilson. So congratulations to Wilson Dalton. Now 42-19. Duff, an onside kick. Rochester going to get it. Ross Pearson recovers the onside kick at the Manchester 30.
Totally caught Manchester off guard. I think even after the kick was made, they didn't know where it was going.
3:11 left between North Miami and Peru. The Warriors leading 36-28, and they have it 4th down and 1.
Ooh.
And if they get this one, it's going to be really tough on Peru to get the ball back and put the ball in the end zone. 1st and 10 for the Z's at the Manchester 30-yard line after the onside kick recovery by Ross Pearson. Back to passes Perez. Looking left, no pressure. Now runs away from it. Down the Rochester sideline. He's got some room. And Perez carries it inside the 25-yard line down to around the 21. That'll be a pickup of 9. It'll be 2nd down and 1. More importantly, the clock stops with 7:20 to play in the football game with Manchester leading 42-19. 2nd down and 1 at the 21-yard line for Rochester. Perez in the pistol. Abbott behind him. Here's a snap. Back to passes Perez. Looks right. Here comes the pressure. Steps up. Now still looking for the end zone. Flips in the back of the end zone. He's got a receiver.
Oh.
Plummer. Diving effort through his hands, incomplete. Nice individual effort by Jerry Plummer. Dove for that one. Just slipped through his hands and out of the back of the end zone for an incomplete pass. It'll be 3rd down and about 1.
Northfield 34-12 over Whitco. That's the final.
Northfield just defeated Whitco to win the North. So it'll be Northfield for sure next week in Week 9 and hopefully against North Miami.
And North Miami would get the host if they would
And North
pull this
Miami,
out.
yeah, that's exactly right.
Yep.
3rd and 1 for Rochester. Bad snap
Oh, yeah.
on the ground. Perez picks it up and gives it to Abbott. And he is
I don't want to take the sack here. You take it. You take the sack.
plowed under back at the 30-yard line. So it goes from 3rd and 1 now to 4th and 10.
So Abbott going to take the loss, but
North Miami just got a first down in that 4th and 1 I was talking
great.
about. And then on top of that, Peru had to give him 15 more yards on the sportsmanlike. Now it's first down at the Peru 13-yard line
all
for the
they
North
gotta do
Miami
is
Warriors.
run out the clock.
Yep. 4th. And North Miami make that the Zebras will take another timeout. 6.5 to play in the game. Manchester leads. You're listening to Zebra Football, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV 4.
Oak Hill is 4-4 now.
After the Rochester timeout, the Zebras have it 4th down and 9 at the Manchester 29-yard line. Of course, this series started after the onside kick recovery by Ross Pearson. Rochester had it all the way down to 3rd and 1 inside the 25-yard line, about the 21, and a bad snap cost the Zebras 8 yards, and now it's 4th down and 9, and the Z's on the football will go for it. Pearson in motion to the right side. On the jet sweep, Pearson takes it left. He'll throw back to Perez on the near side. He's got a receiver. Oh, it's intercepted by the Manchester Squires. He had Perez down the near sideline, underthrew him, and Manchester picks it off and will take over at their own 20.
Pearson running to the right, tried to stop and throw back to his left and underthrew Perez, and the interception by Manchester stops that drive. So Madison Grant 33, Oak Hill 14. So Oak Hill, who is going to be Rochester's host or who Rochester will play week 1 at the sectional here at Barnhart Field, they've dropped now to 4-4 on the season.
Yeah, and Manchester make that Oak Hill now. Yeah, 4-4. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So Sturtzman will stay in as quarterback for Manchester. Off to his left is Moore. On the jet sweep left, the fake. Sturtzman takes it outside his 30 to about the 31-yard line. So he picks up about 9 yards. Give him 9. It'll be 2nd and 1. Manchester going to take a lot of time off the clock here. 6 minutes to play in the game, leading 42-19. Moore still in the game. He's behind Sturtzman as the pistol formation. Manchester ready. Down to 10 on the play clock. Down to 7. Manchester snaps the ball with 5. Moore spun around, slips a tackle, coming to the Rochester sideline, lowers his shoulder. He gets a first down, and he takes it to the his 37-yard line, a first down for the Manchester Squires. He was hit in the backfield, spun away from that tackle, and then carried the ball for another 7 yards.
Tippecanoe Valley game comes to a final. They beat Wabash 21-13.
Holds on to beat Wabash.
Yeah, you're right.
That was 21-0 at one point.
Yeah.
First down and 10 for the Squires at their own 38. Again, leading 42-19 with 5:20 to play in the football game. Sturtzman takes the snap, gives to Moore up the middle. Moore escapes the Sutton tackle, takes it across the 40 to the 41. Give him 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Clock continues to roll here at Rochester.
Culver 48-14.
Ooh.
Wow.
So Culver, was that 48 unanswered?
Yeah.
It was
41 answered.
14-6.
Yeah,
Yeah.
41 unanswered. Pioneer defeats Culver tonight, 48-14. 2nd and 6 for the Squires at their own 42. Down to 7 on the play clock. And
Fumble.
the ball is loose. So the man in motion that time was Fortner, And as Fortner got right behind the center, Manchester snapped the football off the knee of Fortner, and Rochester picked it up on a fumble recovery.
So
Zane Gilbreth picks it up.
4:30 left in the ball game. Rochester going to get another opportunity here.
2 minutes to play at Peru. North Miami up 43-28. Congratulations to Mark Lefevre and the North Miami Warriors. They'll win the South this year.
And stay undefeated at 8-0.
And before the ball is snapped, Manchester will use a timeout. We'll take one, too. We'll take a 60. You're listening to Zebra Football, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4. Perez takes a snap, gives to Bauer. Bauer right up the middle. Back at Rochester High School after the Manchester timeout, Trent Bauer takes it right up the middle and gains 8 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down and 2 for the Zebras at the Manchester 35-yard line. Of course, this series started after a fumble recovery by Zane Gilbreth of the Rochester defense. 4 minutes to play in the game, 42-19 Manchester. Snap to Perez, gives to Bauer. Nope, pulls it out of Bauer's belly. Perez keeps it, runs it down the right side of the field. And a great run by Brady Perez takes him down close to the Manchester 20, maybe even inside the 20.
And there's a personal foul against Rochester at the end of the play.
Oh, you're kidding.
No. So that'll come back.
But it'll be 1st down.
Yes.
If it's
after the
play.
Yep.
It'll be a personal foul on the Rochester Zebras. So Perez takes it inside the 20-yard line. Now, wait a minute.
Do they know? Both teams backing up. Nobody knows where we're going.
So the ball is going to be, the penalty is going to be walked off to the Rochester outside the 30. Holy cow. To the 37. Back to the 37. It's after the play. It's got to be 1st and 10. It's got to be after the play. It's got to be 1st and 10. So, actually, they're going to say it's going to be 2nd down now and 4 after the penalty. I don't understand that. He had a 1st down.
You're right.
And it was a dead ball penalty.
Yeah, I don't. They blew that. That's for sure.
Here's the snap. Bauer takes the carry off the left side, falls ahead, and he's going to be close to a 1st down. And give him 5. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Rochester Zebras. Just shy of the Manchester 30-yard line. Bremen beat Jimtown tonight 34-27. 1st and 10 for the Z's at the Manchester 32 with 3.5 to play in the game. Pearson goes in motion to the right. Here's a snap on the option. Perez keeps it around the near side. He cuts it back inside the defense. He's inside the 30, lunges ahead to the 25, but I believe he's going to get to the 26. Give him 6. It'll be 2nd and 4. It's time ticking away here on senior night at Rochester High School with Manchester leading 42-19. At last report, Northfield has won the North. They defeated Whitco, and North Miami's about to win the South as they're at 43-28 on the Peru Tigers.
So North Miami will host Northfield next week for the TRC Championship.
That's right. 2nd and 3. Bauer again takes the handoff going left. He's got some blockers, cuts it back inside. Nice block downfield for the Rochester Zebras by Zach Graham, who kept the play alive for Bauer, who takes it inside the Manchester 20 down to around the 18. Give him 6 in the pickup and a Zebra 1st down with 2:50 to play in the game. Anthony Tinsman being attended to on the Rochester sideline. Dalton and Wood wide right. Kelton Powell wide to the left. Bauer's your fullback. Out of the pistols, Perez from inside the 20. Back to passes Brady. No pressure. Looking, steps up, now keeps rolling to the right. And he backs away from the defender. Now he throws it down the Manchester sideline, incomplete. Corbin Wood, I make that Pearson maybe, I don't know, Wood or Pearson, either one of them intended receiver. But Brady Perez, lucky he wasn't sacked back at the 35 or 40-yard line.
He finally made the right decision and just threw it away. Nobody was coming open downfield.
One of those old Fran Tarkenton things on NFL films.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 with the clock stopped at 2:23 to play in the game. Ball at the Manchester 18-yard line. Brady Perez takes the snap on the option, gives to Bauer. Bauer kicks it out right. Now back to the middle, inside the 15, keeps his legs moving, stretches ahead to the 11-yard line. Give him 7, it'll be 3rd and 3.
Good run by Bauer. He found the seam, and when that closed up, he was able to slide it back towards the middle of the field.
2nd and 3 for the Zebras at the Manchester 11-yard line. Jake Good goes wide to the right side. Wood is in the slot right. Pearson and Powell wide to the left. On the option, Brady Perez keeps and is being pushed backwards and flips it out of bounds. Wow, he had to be close to being past the line of scrimmage there.
Yeah.
And they're going to call it a pass, so that'll bring up 4th and 3. If he had called that a pitch, it would have been about 4th and 7. But they do call it a pass. It'll bring up 4th and 3 for Rochester.
Well, his pitchman got, like you said, his pitchman got upfield in front of him. So when he found himself in trouble when the defensive end come across there, he didn't have anybody to pitch it to. He
that's
just
right.
put his hand on the guy's forehead and held him at bay long enough until he could try and make a play out of it.
Bryce Lehman goes wide to the left side with Pearson. On 4th and 3, Pearson goes in motion to the right. Gives it to Bauer right up the middle. Trent Bauer fighting for the first down. He gets close to the 6-yard line, and that's going to be a first down for the Rochester Zebras at the 6 as he gains 5 yards. 100 seconds to play in the game. 1st and goal for the Z's at the Manchester 6.
Well, Rochester's had
What in the world is going on? Prue just scored with a minute and a half to play in the game to make it 43-34.
Jeez.
1st and goal from the 6 for the Zebras. Pearson goes in motion to the right side. Here's the snap. Bauer, left side. Flag on the play. Takes it inside the 5-yard line to the 4. A minute 18 to play. So you know what's coming up now in Peru. A minute 29 to play, and here comes the onside kick.
Onside kick, you're right. They're going to try and make a game out of it. Peru is last year's TRC defending champion. So
it'll be a hold against the Rochester Zebras, which will back them up 10. And now we'll be at the 18. Back at the 18-yard line, 1st and goal. A minute 18 to play in the game here. Manchester leading 42-19. Rochester right there knocking on the door and shoots themselves in the foot again, and they go backwards.
Yep. We've seen that a lot tonight. The offense has done a pretty good job of moving the ball up and down the field. They just can't get it in the end zone.
1st and goal from the 18. Perez takes the snap, gives to Bauer. Bauer off the right side. Bauer takes it deep into Manchester territory, inside the 10, down to around the 7 or 8. Clock rolls with 45 seconds to play in the game. 2nd down and goal now for the Rochester Zebras at the 8-yard line as Bauer picks up 10. Good and Wood wide right. Powell and Pearson wide to the left. We're down to 27 to play in the game. 2nd and goal from the 8. On the option, Brady Perez keeps, goes to the left side, runs over defender, keeps his feet at the 5, looking for the end zone, and is spun out of bounds at about the 4. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 4-yard line with 17 seconds to play in the game. Third and goal from the 4 for the Zebras. 17 seconds to play in the football game. I'm not sure if Rochester has any timeouts. They might have one. None? They're out. From the 17 seconds from the 4. Back to pass. Perez, left side. Touchdown, Zebras. Ross Pearson on the reception. with 14 and a half seconds to play in the game. It's now 42-25.
Second touchdown pass tonight by Perez. So the North Miami Peru game goes final, 43-34.
Rochester will go for 2. On the 2-point conversion, Bauer gets the carry going right, dodges a bullet, wrenches for the end zone, touchdown. Well, I should say the 2-point conversion is good to make it 42-27, 14 and a half seconds to play in the game, and we'll take a break. You're listening to Zebra Football, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
Sutton on the tackle. That'll do it. Final score, Squires 42, Zebra 27. On behalf of Rochester High School, thank you for your support and attendance at Zebra Athletics. Have a safe trip home.